WSNY, WSNY HD Columbus, broadcasting from the Byers Dublin Mazda Subaru studios. They're under the big windmill. You found today's variety. This is today's Sunny 95.
Welcome to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the show that brings you man-on-the-street interviews, celebrity guests, groundbreaking research, and heartwarming stories about the reasons we smile. Our show is also known as everything you've always wanted to know about dentistry, but we're too numb to ask. Hello, I'm General Dentist Dr. Kvitko, and thank you for joining me today.
The following views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of this station, its staff, management, or parent company. To hear a replay of this show or one of the great shows that previously aired, log on to thereasonswesmile.com or iTunes, keyword Dr. Kvitko or The Reasons We Smile. Listeners should not use Dr. Kvitko's comments and advice in place of an actual dental exam.
Brighten your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kvitko.
Time now for The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Call 459-9769 to discuss your dental issues. Now, here's your host, Dr. Kvitko.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Reasons We Smile. I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is episode number 507. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I think it's going to be a great day. Today in the studio with us is Angela Lopez. She is from Columbus Women in Technology, a nonprofit organization with a specific mission to address the declining pipeline of women in technology through programs that promote awareness, address attrition, create opportunities to transition to tech, and preparation for leadership. Before we get started, let me remind you, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Dr. Kvitko. And if you would please go to my office Facebook page and like us, that would be awesome. Also, keep in mind that all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. And if you'd like to watch this show rather than simply listen to it, you can go to ustreamtv.com, type in either Dr. Kvitko or thereasonswesmile.com. Okay, before we talk to Angela, let me give you a little bit of information about her. Angela holds a Bachelor's of Science in Operations Management from The Ohio State University and a Master's in Information Systems from the Keller Graduate School of Management. She lives by the code Continuous Improvement, and her license plate is PA''LANTE, which is slang in Spanish for moving forward. She has been certified as a project manager and scrum master. Most recently, she has been certified as a change management professional. She believes in influencing change through thoughtful leadership. She uses her energy and passion to actively engage the Columbus technology community as Vice President of Columbus Women of Technology, as well as being an active contributor to several professional groups like Project Management Institute, Association for Change Management, Association for Training and Development, and is the founder of the Agile Lunchbox. Angela is an advocate for diversity, and she is committed to cultivating change to address the wide gap of opportunity for women and minorities in technology. An idea and creativity addict, she is an avid reader, fitness novice, and aspiring writer and geek. Most of all, she enjoys connecting and engaging with people to solve the world's problems through obscure and creative conversations. Angela, hey, thanks for being on my show today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It's really nice of you to get up and be on the show. We appreciate it. So tell me about this organization that you found. You founded it, right?
Well, co-founded it. Yeah, so last year, one of the technical girls, she's a developer here in town, she was just really excited about having a technical conference that would specifically address education for women in technology. So she had been going to all these larger conferences, and you look around and there's just a lot of men. So
what's wrong with that?
Well,
I'm a man. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So we have a really big technical community here in Central Ohio. A lot of user groups, a lot of people who are willing to go above and beyond and meet outside of work to discuss technical issues. And as part of that, we are very experienced organizers and in touch with a lot of the community. So we decided to do a Women in Tech conference. So initially it was going to be very small, about 100 people. And it turned out to be about 300.
Really? Wow,
yeah, in
300.
September last year.
And your first one was 300 people?
Yes. So,
wow.
Yeah. So what we noticed is a lot of passion, a lot of excitement around the topic of women in tech. Just in general, women comprise, depending on where you look at the statistics, anywhere from 20 to 26% of the technical workforce, right?
Okay.
And depending on the industry, right? It varies.
Right.
More, when you get into digital and omni-channel space, like retail and things like that, there's definitely a bigger presence of women. But when you get into the harder stuff, there's very small.
So this is kind of the 1-year anniversary, if you will?
This is our 1-year
Because
anniversary.
you have another event, right?
Yeah, so we do have a conference coming up this October on the 10th. It's our second annual conference, and this year we're about 500 women instead of
Wow.
300 last year. We grew. And the title is She Rose, Smash the Glass.
She rose, smashed the glass. Okay,
Yes.
got it. And so was it at the Fawcett Center last year?
Yes.
Is it going to be there again?
It is. And then we've already committed to next year to the Ohio Union because we've maxed out capacity for the Fawcett Center this year.
Wow,
Yeah.
in your second year.
Yes, in our
Actually,
second year.
first year, second event. Still in your first year. Yeah. Is this, okay, all of 2000?
Yeah. Because, the work to put into it was definitely not a year's work. That's why I was considering it to be from the beginning of 2016 as opposed to just the event because you know all the work that takes to put it on.
Right. No. Okay, so now, why did you start this? Why did you and your friends start this?
There is a huge gap in not just presence of women, but opportunity.
But what's wrong with that? Why aren't women just happy in the jobs they have? And I'm just being devil's advocate. Don't call in and complain. I'm just...
Technology is a huge opportunity. And the issue is not that women aren't there. It's not that they're not capable. So then we have to explore why. Why aren't they there? Why aren't they present? Women are half of the population. Women aren't a minority, yet they don't exist in technology. And why is that?
So do you think there are barriers that the industry has put up?
Absolutely. And part of that is the way that you come into a technical career. Growing up, my dad was a Radio Shack salesman, so I was exposed to computers very early.
Oh, cool.
I wrote my first basic program as a clown face. It was wonderful. But
Wow.
not everybody's dad was a Radio Shack salesman or a developer. So you have this huge gap in exposure to what exactly the technical fields look like. And then even just going through college, as you can imagine, when I was pursuing all of my science and my STEM course, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, there was nobody that looked like me. There was nobody around in my mathematics classes and my science classes. So that really did affect my interest level in terms of, not that I couldn't do the work, but is this the right thing for me?
Okay.
So women are just a little bit more social. Not everyone. There's definitely women that have, chartered the territory for us and have been pioneers and have been present at the table. But in order to do that, they put up with a lot of cultural issues.
Okay, now it's called Columbus Women in Technology.
Mm-hmm.
Is there such thing as Indianapolis Women in Technology or Pittsburgh Women in Technology?
There are a plethora of women's organizations that are popping up. There's a lot of interest. There's national organizations like witty.org. They are a global, I said national, but they're a global networking organization. National Center for Women in Technology is they focus on research and creating alliances from an educational standpoint.
But the one that you formed is just Columbus right now.
Is just Columbus.
Would you like it to be in other cities someday?
Well, we have talked about that. And I think what we're working on specifically is the unique value proposition to the community. Whereas a lot of networking groups are, you get together and all this kind of stuff. But where our organization differs is we're creating relationships, not just mentoring, but sponsorship. So if you are a woman, especially even at your mid-career, to be groomed for leadership, you have to have relationships and you have to have sponsors.
You have to have a sponsor to have a job in tech? What does that mean?
Well, when I say, so the difference between mentoring and sponsorship is a mentor is someone who gives you advice.
Right.
A sponsor is someone who vouches for your character and your abilities.
That would be someone already inside the company.
Well, in
Is
the
that the
company
difference?
or in the community, right?
Okay. So if somebody is hiring tech, they could call this person or this person could call them. Say, I've got some really great women I want you to consider hiring?
So in a way, yes. So I'll just use this example. So there's a lot of women that are attending some of the developer boot camps. They've already got college educations and they like We Can Code It and Tech Elevator. They're going to these programs to learn to develop. Well, their skills and development is very minimal. They need coaching, guidance, but even just to place them into an employer,
Right.
someone has to vouch for their character and say, I mean, coding isn't one of those things like you can literally just check off a box. It's a thought process, and people have to know what your thinking is. They have to evaluate your code.
Okay.
You can't just get in off of your personality.
Okay.
And so
You have to be
even
able to
just-
do the job.
and to develop somebody in the nature that they need to be able to be a very skilled developer, they need guidance and sponsorship.
And that's what Columbus Women in Technology is trying to do.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. So now, why tech jobs? Why not? I don't know. Work at Honda. I think I know the answer, because tech jobs are higher paying. Correct?
Yeah, the average starting salary, depending on where you go. I mean, a junior, even a junior developer, I think they can start out anywhere from like $45,000 to $60,000, depending on their background, education, and experience.
Okay, and they typically, the average salary would be 80 to 100.
I would say more away from junior. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a huge array. When we talk about technology, it's not just developers and programmers. There's roles that support the software development lifecycle. Everything from business analysts, project managers, designers, user experience people, as well as infrastructure and people who play around with the hardware and software, as well as testing, right?
So the reason I asked about the income is because there was a study done in 2014 that said the poorest people in society have 8 fewer teeth than the richest by the time they reach their 70s. So I would assume these tech jobs have, first of all, they pay well, so people could afford to take care of their teeth, their oral health, their other health. And also, they probably have dental insurance, right?
Absolutely.
And so we're talking a fourth of a person's teeth, if you're poor, are missing by the time you're 65. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
And so you don't want your folks to wind up like that. You can
No.
almost spot a poor person walking down the street because they are. It's true. It's a study. It's science.
Yeah.
And so women who can get into a job that's going to pay them $80,000 are going to be healthier when it comes to their overall health and their dental health.
Yeah, but I think a unique factor about women is not just about themselves. Most women are really concerned about their family, their husbands, their children.
That's an absolutely good point, because
Yes.
it's always the moms that make the appointments for the kids and the dad to even, to come to the dentist.
So $80,000 a year doesn't just pay for them to have a beautiful mouth. It pays for their children to have a beautiful mouth, potentially their husbands if they don't feel like going to the dentist, which could possibly be.
Husbands are always terrified of dentists. They just
Yeah.
act like they're big and tough. So we
Yeah.
have to go to a break. But what we're going to do is we're going to do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day.
Yeah.
So remember what we just said about how poor people have 8 fewer teeth than rich people. All right, but before we do the contest, we'd like you to listen to this.
This station will not be held liable for any contesting during The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Participation in the contest allows Dr. Kvitko to record and broadcast your name and call. One winner per household. Prizes are non-transferable, cannot be substituted, and are subject to taxes and fees. This station cannot be responsible for the inability to enter the contest, whether due to equipment malfunction or telephone difficulties. All decisions of Dr. Kvitko concerning this contest or eligibility are final.
And now it's time for Dr. Kvitko's question of the day.
All right, and the question, by the way, you're going to have a chance to win free flowers from DeSantis Florist. They'll be delivered to your place of business this Tuesday afternoon. And the question is, overall, people who earn less money, and we could tie that in to say that and don't have dental insurance, are A, less healthy, B, have fewer teeth, or C, all of the above. Okay? Both. All right? The winner's going to receive those free flowers. The number to call, 614-459-9769. That's 614-459-9769. So go ahead and call now.
You won't believe it though. I wanna hear your mind, and there's nothing else in the world tonight. She said people don't take the time. Hey, people don't take the time.
Hi, I'm Keith Carlos, winner of America's Next Top Model and star of Chocolate City 2. Look for my smile on the big screen this summer, courtesy of Dr. Kvitko. Stay tuned to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. Did you know that you no longer need to visit several different dental professionals to get more complete dental care? We handle everything from cleanings and orthodontics to restoration, implants, and smile makeovers, all in my office. And now we have 2 locations. Get the most advanced technology and procedures available today. It's more complete dentistry.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
Dr. Kvitko, let's go!
Hi, this is Richard Simmons. Dr. Kvitko's here, and he's going to help you with all of your problems. Are your teeth yellow? He can fix that. Are you missing a tooth? He can put a new one in. How is that?
That's very good. Thank you, Richard. All right, we're back. We're doing Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. We have 4 callers on the line, and it looks like, let's see, we have Sarah. Hey, Sarah, are you there? I'm sorry. We have to get through my producer for a loop. I apologize. Okay, is she there? There she is. There she is. Sarah.
I'm here.
Okay,
yes.
Great. You're probably going, I'm here, and we're not hearing you. So, hey, Sarah, what's the answer to the Dr. Kvitko's question of the day?
It was C.
C, all of the above. That's right. Did you know that poor people have, it's like 1/4 of their teeth fewer? Well,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a fact. It was scientific research. So make sure you go to the dentist. Make sure you get a job in tech so you can afford have dental insurance, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, stay on the line. We'll get the information where to send those flowers, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so I'm here with Angela of Columbus Women in Technology, and we're talking about women in tech. And so, Angela, I need to ask you a question because I was reading the Dispatch this past Thursday, September 28th, and I saw a thing called Women in Digital. It says A League of Their Own, and there are photographs, and it's pretty neat. And I thought, well, this must be Angela's organization. And the more I read and I saw the picture, it's not you. So what do you know about these folks? Are you guys working together in any way?
We are not right now. Like I said before, there's a lot of women in various different regards. And I think one of the reasons why the Dispatch featured them is because it is a unique value proposition that women would go out and start their own digital agency, right? Or any venture in that matter. So it's an essential thing to just kind of pay attention to all of the women and what they're doing in tech, because with the visibility that creates that drive and that other women would want to participate or be involved with technology.
So what do you mean when you say tech? Because I'm taking it from this that digital and tech are kind of the same thing.
Similar, yeah. So when we talk about digital, a lot of that has to do around digitizing processes and marketing, sales, and just the general automation of business services, right? So
what about tech?
So in tech in general,
websites, writing code.
Yeah. So there's a full spectrum or landscape, and so the way I explain it to people who may or may not be technical experts are there's applications and software, things like your iPhone. Your iPhone is an operating system that has applications on it that you can access and create. It basically automates processes, right? It makes life easier. But then there's the back end part, which is the hardware, like the phone. And then there's servers and data warehouses.
So more possibilities than we can even name or imagine.
Absolutely.
Which makes me wonder why there aren't more women, because it seems like they're always hiring. They're looking for more people.
Absolutely.
And so what you're saying is, women, this is your chance to get out there and get in on the getting's good, I guess.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think a lot of women might be intimidated potentially for tech. Maybe they're in nursing, or maybe they've been in manufacturing or whatever industry they've been in, teaching even. There's opportunities for women to transition and take those industry knowledge base into the technical world. So say you're a teacher. Well, education can't exist without technology now. There's tons of software that needs educational expertise. So where you may have been in one industry, you're now no longer pigeonholed in it because the software industry or the technical industry is focused specifically on how to innovate those industries.
Right.
So even if you hadn't considered yourself a woman in tech, well, you are now.
Okay.
You can take that and apply it to pretty much any industry.
Well, that's cool. Now, how would somebody, you have some space open for your event still?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, how would somebody sign up?
So our website is cmhwit.org. So that's CMH like the airport, WIT, womenintechnology.org.
So no H in WIT, just WIT.
Yes.
Okay.
So CMH like the airport, WIT, womenintech.org. So cmhwit.org. That's our social media tags on all of the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as our website.
How much is it to get in?
So the tickets start off at $145, I think is what we're at. So that includes a full day of education, networking, innovation, discussion, conversation. There's a lot of employers there like IGS Energy, Chase, Pillar, one of the large consulting firms here in town, Improving Enterprises, and ICC, Information Control Corp. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for women to learn as well as talk about potential careers in technology.
Okay, now we have to go to a break. When we come back, I want to ask you, what is Shiro's Smash the Glass and a couple other things. So we'll be right back.
You can't take me as I am, not just a little bit. I don't know who to be. I'm a paper cup, baby, of the sea. I know you see it too, 'cause you're too much for me.
This is Clark Kellogg. Stay tuned for more of Dr. Kvitko.
Estás escuchando con Dr. Kvitko aquí en su estación favorita.
Hi, I'm Dominique Reichert. Like what you hear? Why not use the show to promote your product or service by becoming a sponsor? Call 614-262-9588 to learn how. That's 614-262-9588. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. I've been honored to help several famous people get a perfect smile, like Keith Carlos and Dominique Reigard from America's Next Top Model, and Ted the Golden Voice Williams from right here in Columbus. Isn't it time you had a celebrity smile? It costs less than you might think, and most of the time, it can be done in one visit. A new smile can make a world of difference.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
I'm Grandpa, and I go to Dr. Kvitko, and I still have all my teeth. Real ones. Where's my glasses?
If you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile, episode number 507. We are talking with Angela Lopez of Women in Technology, and she has an event coming up. Well, at the end of the show, we'll maybe give that information one more time. But what would your advice be? Oh, and that other, hold your thought on what is Shiro's Smash the Glass, because I realized there was a question I wanted to ask you first, which is, what advice do you have for a young girl, say in middle school, who is pondering her future?
If you can go and ask questions to your teacher and to get involved with programs like Girl Develop It or Cool Tech Girls, I highly encourage it. You know, socially speaking, technology jobs are really fun. And depending on what kind of girl you are and what you like, there is something for you. So I encourage you to explore as much options and possibilities, and then also come to our conference next year. So
there's no age limit?
So this year we opened up the idea of a companion pass so that women could take their daughters. And we do have a couple of girls. We didn't have a lot of bites off that, but we also don't have the capacity necessarily. But we do have a few guests coming of people bringing their daughters, just very, very limited. But next year, since we'll be at the Ohio Union, we can potentially create some education for these girls. So we've talked with Cool Tech Girls potentially, and even Girl Develop It maybe, to have a separate session or include the girls to come with it, so that not only they can be exposed to technology, but they can see other women who are doing it, right? Everybody from the college students learning about it to the girls that are junior and mid-level, including all the way up to the CIO.
So girls in middle school and high school, they're not limited to being able to take certain courses. They can all take the computer courses. Maybe at middle age, they don't even realize there might be an impediment to continuing, or is it something that was, say, your generation and it's no longer going to be an issue?
Well, it could be. It just depends. Like, I think the education system is recognizing that in order to encourage more girls, they need to have girl teachers. So
I thought most of the teachers were women in middle school and younger.
Well, the tech teachers historically have not. In fact,
Really?
One of my favorite things last year at the conference, Lauren Holloway from We Can Code It, she was explaining her experience in computer science. Now, she's mid 26, so this isn't too long ago. She explained her computer science teacher to be like Voldemort from Harry Potter.
Okay.
And so, as you can imagine, that's not very encouraging for a girl to want to participate, and it's not very much fun if Voldemort is teaching you computer science.
Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about She Rose, Smash the Glass. What is that? It's called hashtag Smash the Glass.
Yeah, so the glass ceiling is basically this place where women are not able to get past mid-level. So as you can see right now, and this doesn't just apply to tech, this applies across the board for women in leadership positions. So, women work really hard in their jobs, and if they're not able to get past a certain point, then what's the point? And if there aren't other women in those positions, then how do you know you can get there?
Right. And I realized the other day that not everybody knows what the glass ceiling is.
Yes.
We talk about it all the time, but some people don't know. So let me just explain really quick. If you want to move up in the world, the assumption is you're going up. And if you can only go so far, and you can't, there must be something stopping you, and you can't see what it is, so people refer to it as the glass ceiling.
Correct.
Now yours, you have a logo here, which is Shiro Smash the Glass, and this is a woman with her fist out, and she's going sideways.
Yeah, so when we talk about Shiros and Smash the Glass, it's really just about empowerment in general.
Okay.
So while the logo may be that way,
I guess you can turn it up and pretend she's flying.
There's a photo booth actually there, and so I'm really excited about the site. So
okay.
we have like all of these smashed glass imagery that women can pose in, and then put it's all about empowerment and motivation, right? And it's the image that women can be their own hero, and that we can find other heroes in ourselves. We don't need to look at Wonder Woman or these fictitious characters. We can actually be our own heroes, and by showing and showcasing women in leadership and supporting each other, we can achieve basically anything.
Cool. Now, give me exactly, if somebody's listening and they want to come to your event, where do they go, what do they do, and when do they have to do it by?
So our conference is October 10th. And so we recommend as soon as possible to get your tickets. However, we will be accepting tickets up to October 9th, assuming that we don't sell out. We've only got about 50 left, and we'll be at capacity. And we don't have any room to add more. So we're at the Fawcett Center at The Ohio State University on Olentangy Road. And you can either go on Eventbrite and just search Columbus Women in Tech, and it will come up on Eventbrite. That's our ticket. That's how you actually purchase a ticket.
Okay.
Or you can go to our website at cmhwit.org. And as soon as you go, there's a splash page, and you'll be able to click register. So you can see a little bit more about us, and you can buy the ticket.
Can men come?
Men can absolutely come.
Why would you let men come if this is for women?
Because
you have to.
Well, we're in a male-dominated society, so without the assistance of men, they have to be at the table to have the conversation.
So we're not as terrible as you.
Absolutely not. In fact, Angela Mazzocco, he's a CIO here in town, and he's organized CIOs since the 90s, and they have a group called CIO Tomorrow. And about 120 CIOs in Central Ohio, there's about 20 women. And so he's actually been extremely helpful from a partner. He's going to be featured in a keynote. He basically helped...
CIO is Corporate Information Officer?
Chief Information Officer.
Information Officer, okay.
And it's a relatively newer role, and he's been able to attract 6 local CIO women to be participant in a panel. And part of the discussion isn't just about, what is your journey like and what is the day in the life of a woman and a CIO, but also how did you partner with men to get there? Because, there's 6 women, like I said, 20 women in total in Columbus, Ohio that are CIOs out of 120.
Okay.
That's a very
so you
small
want to
percentage.
change that number.
But you have to partner with men. I mean, if men are 70 to 80% of the workforce, then how do you get out of that?
It's
not just a
with the ones that are there there now.
It's not just a conversation for just women. It's a conversation for men.
Okay, so open their eyes.
Yes,
Got
absolutely.
It. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on my show. I really appreciate it. Good luck with your event, October 10th. And it looks like we're almost out of time. Hey, next week, live by phone, I will have Jeff Boisoneau on the show to talk about his new book, Football, Women, and Wine. And like I said, I think that is all the time we have. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Dr. Kvitko and visit my office Facebook page and like us. It's Dr. Kvitko and Associates. Remember that all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. Be sure to tune in next week and every week right here on your favorite station. Goodbye.
This is Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the hit show on VH1, urging you to tune in next week with my dentist, Dr. Kvitko.
If you're interested in learning more about this and other dental health topics, go to thereasonswesmile.com to access full episodes of Dr. Kvitko's show.
If you'd like Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist, to speak at your next event, please call 614-262-9588. That's 614-262-9588, or send an email to speaking@thereasonswesmile.com.